So grateful, so proud. Grazie a tutti. And for the Tifosi, and also them.
Lewis Hamilton delivered a standout performance at the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, finishing P4 after starting from P12 on the grid. This remarkable recovery drive came at Hamilton's first home race with Ferrari, where the British driver demonstrated exceptional pace and overtaking ability. Team principal Frédéric Vasseur has now addressed the media, offering insights into Ferrari's strengths, weaknesses, and future prospects following this encouraging result. Hamilton's comeback at Imola marks his best finish for Ferrari in a Grand Prix so far, surpassing his previous best result of 5th place at the season opener in Bahrain. The 7-time world champion described the race as insane and absolutely amazing, a significant contrast to his feelings after qualifying, where he admitted to being devastated about starting so far back on the grid. "I've always loved when you're fighting from further back and coming through. That's how I started off as a kid. That's always such a better feeling than starting first and finishing first," Hamilton told the media after the race. Hamilton's progression through the field featured several notable overtaking maneuvers, particularly in the final laps, when he passed his teammate Charles Leclerc and Williams driver Alex Albon in quick succession. These moves prompted Hamilton's race engineer Riccardo Adami to describe them as explosive over team radio. "Yeah, pushing, mate. Pushing," Hamilton responded, clearly energized by his performance. The British driver felt a special connection with the Ferrari car during the race, stating, "In China, I felt really aligned with the car. And then the only other time is today. I felt that real synergy, and I think the setup was great." Hamilton credited Ferrari's strategy and team performance for enabling his strong result. "The strategy was really fantastic. They made great calls. Didn't put a foot wrong there," he said after the race. This positive assessment highlights the progress in communication between Hamilton and his race engineer Adami, which had previously been flagged as a potential issue. Despite
We're slowly getting there, and I think me and Ricardo did a fantastic job with his communication with me. I was calm, so then I think he was calm.
Finishing 4th, Hamilton believes a podium finish was within reach with a few more laps. "I think I needed probably another 5 laps or something like that to really get close enough to really challenge Piastri. McLaren are still damned fast on all tires," he said. This performance has fueled Hamilton's optimism about Ferrari's potential. In previously unreleased team radio footage, Hamilton told his team, "Racing at Imola held special significance for Hamilton as his first home race with Ferrari." The British driver was visibly moved by the support from the passionate Italian fans. He said, "Despite the positive race outcome, Ferrari's performance in qualifying remains a major concern. Both Hamilton and Leclerc failed to make it into Q3 at Imola, qualifying 12th and 11th respectively. This disappointing showing came at Ferrari's first home race of the season, amplifying the pressure on the team." Hamilton told this to media after qualifying, "Devastated. I feel just gutted, I guess. I felt like that car was good. The setup was just right, the brakes was working, everything was kind of in place, and we just can't go quicker." His teammate Leclerc was equally frustrated, telling Sky F1, "You can always do a little bit more with a lap and improve quite a few things, but we are just nowhere at the moment. There's not enough performance in the car. There's just not the potential that we will hope inside this car at the moment." This stark contrast between Ferrari's qualifying struggles and their stronger race pace has become a recurring theme in the 2025 season. Team principal Frédéric Vasseur has now addressed this issue directly, while also expressing frustration at constant questions about Hamilton's adaptation to the team. When asked about Hamilton's adaptation, Vasseur told this to media, "I think we have to stop with this. Every single driver is working on himself, working with the team, trying to develop something, trying to do a better job. And it's not that the Saturday evening he's not well prepared, not in good condition with the car, and Sunday he's a magician and everything is perfect. We just have to stay calm." Vasseur emphasized that Hamilton has performed well when the car has allowed it. For sure that we need to improve the communication, the understanding of the process and the tools and the software and everything. But honestly, he did a very good job in China. He did a very good job today. Step by step we will be there. The Ferrari team principal reiterated this point when further questioned about Hamilton's performance, again demanding an end to such inquiries. You have to stop. Every single driver is working on himself, working with the team, trying to develop something, trying to do a better job. It is not that on a Saturday evening, he is not well prepared, not in a good condition with the car, and then on Sunday he is a magician and everything is perfect. We just have to stay calm. Obviously, he did a very good job in China, did a very good job at Imola, and step by step, we will get there. Vasseur also addressed questions about Ferrari's technical issues, defending the team's new technical director Loic Serra against criticism. The Frenchman explained that most of the design decisions for the 2025 car were made before Serra joined the team. When Loic arrived in Maranello 6 months ago, the current car was already defined, let's say, 90%. Then, of course, it depends on each individual element, but the basic design decisions had already been made. Vasseur told Marca, I'm talking about the weight distribution, the wheelbase, the overall concept, etc. It's something that affects all teams when the technical leadership changes. However, Vasseur did acknowledge that mistakes had been made with the car's development. Vasseur says, looking back on this year, we probably made mistakes with the car. We have to do better. Despite these issues, the Ferrari team principal maintains confidence in his team. He says, 95% of the team is the same as the one that participated in the 2023, 2024, and 2025 projects. I am convinced that if a project has problems, it does not mean that the structure does not work. I have great confidence in our team. We know we have to improve, but that's a constant in motorsport. Even if you're in first place, you know you have to keep improving. Otherwise, you expose yourself to attacks from your rivals. Following the race at Imola, both Hamilton and Leclerc have called for updates to the car. Vasseur responded to these requests with a touch of irony during a press conference. Vasseur said, everyone wants updates. I've never seen a driver say, everything's fine, don't change a thing. It's normal for drivers to push for more performance, and I understand them. We're pushing too. Every department works every day to improve, but the difference comes down to details, tenths or even just hundredths. The Ferrari team principal has identified specific areas where improvement is needed, particularly in qualifying performance. For several races now, we've struggled in qualifying, while we're consistently more competitive in the race. In Jeddah, we were among the fastest on Sunday, but 0.3 off in qualifying. Same story in Miami. We need to work on outlap management, qualifying setup, and maximizing the soft compound. Hamilton echoed this assessment after the race at Imola, suggesting that he has ideas for improvements that haven't yet been implemented. I've got some ideas that I'm going to try and apply this week that people have been a little bit reluctant to do it. I think because we've had lots of other things to focus on. But hopefully we can find something, some more performance. The British driver added, there's a ton of positives. The strategy was really fantastic. They made great calls, didn't put a foot wrong there. China, I felt really aligned with the car, and then the only other time was today. I felt that synergy. The setup was great at Imola. I think we made a bit of an improvement in our performance for the race. Just got to unlock that potential in qualifying. If we qualified better, we'd have been fighting for a podium. Looking ahead to the next race in Monaco, Vasseur has expressed concern about Ferrari's chances, given their qualifying struggles. Monaco is notoriously difficult for overtaking, making grid position crucial for race success. We are worried, because we are not able to do a better job than this weekend, Vasseur said while in the paddock at Imola. For sure, the weekend will be much more difficult next week. Now, luckily, it's a different story in terms of our management, preparation, and so on. We start from scratch, and step by step, we will catch up, we will understand the issue, and we will do a better job in the future. The 56-year-old also raised concerns about the mandatory two-stop strategy that will be in place for Monaco. The two-stop strategy, I think we are under reaction, but for sure, last year, with the red flag at the beginning, Monaco was a bit strange. But for me, it was very exciting. It was a very good weekend, very positive. But I can understand that for the fans, it was a bit harsh. We have to pay attention that if you have a safety car on lap 5, and in Monaco it's not impossible, everybody will pit, and with 20 cars to the pit lane in Monaco. Despite these worries, Vasseur believes Ferrari can improve with their existing package. When I say this, it's not that we have to bring parts. It's that we have to understand how we can do better with what we have. Because with the same car, we are able to perform on Sunday. We need to do a better job with the car that we have on Saturday. Ferrari currently sits 4th in the Constructors' Championship, trailing Red Bull by 17 points. Hamilton's 4th-place finish at Imola has moved him up to 6th in the drivers' standings, now just 8 points behind teammate Leclerc in 5th. Hamilton's performance at Imola continues a pattern where he has shown flashes of brilliance in his new Ferrari colors. He took victory in the sprint race at the Chinese Grand Prix and finished 3rd in the Miami sprint race, though he is yet to secure a podium in a Grand Prix this season. The British driver's previous best result before Imola was 5th place at the season-opening Bahrain Grand Prix. His adaptation to Ferrari has been closely scrutinized, with many expecting quicker results given his illustrious career achievements. The contrast between Ferrari's qualifying struggles and their stronger race pace presents a puzzling challenge for the team. Vasseur emphasizes that they must optimize every phase of the weekend to extract the full potential from the SF-25. Even if everything went perfectly, today we could aim for 4th or 5th in qualifying. That's not enough, but execution is key. We must optimize every phase of the weekend. Today in the race we did the maximum, but we need consistency on Saturdays as well, the team principal explained. Despite the challenges, there have been no reports of friction between Hamilton and Ferrari. French F1 reporter Frédéric Vasseur dismissed rumors of tension following a pre-race meeting in Miami. Lewis went to speak with Fred while we were having a coffee and said, "I want to speak with you about the tires," Vasseur said on the F1 Nation podcast. He wasn't complaining. He was trying to help. Vasseur emphasized that the situation at Ferrari is being misrepresented in some media reports. Vasseur said, "There is not at all a problem. We heard Lewis speak tough on Bono when they had problems. It's easy for journalists to write. Ferrari, big problems. It's more complicated than that." Hamilton's recovery drive at Imola demonstrates both his exceptional racing ability and Ferrari's strong race pace. If the team can address their qualifying issues, they could become regular podium contenders and perhaps even challenge for victories. The British driver's optimism was clear in his post-race team radio message. "Let's keep pushing. If we get that qualifying better and we can race like that, then we'll be winning." For now, Vasseur's message remains consistent. Stay calm, work together as a team, and focus on extracting the maximum performance from the current package. The potential is there. It just needs to be unlocked.